Boy, was this a film I just did not know what I was expecting. I thought it was going to go one way, but it kind of went in a different direction. I'm talking about Sicario. And Sicario is directed by Denis Villeneuve. Also, it is written by Taylor Sheldon. Man, the cast. Emily Blunt, Benicio del Toro, Josh Brolin. Even Shane makes an appearance. I'm talking about John Berthal. That is. So, we're going to think about the reviews. And I got to say, man, this film took me by surprise. Because when I saw the trailer, I thought the whole gist of it was Emily Blunt was seeking revenge from the cartel or something like that. But it's a lot different. It's more complicated than that. But this type of film, I definitely I like the subject matter, especially when it comes to cartel. Because if you know anything about the real life cartel, or you have any members of your family who talk about what's going on in Mexico, who's from Mexico, who has family over there, you should know that it's bad. It is bad. I mean, the cartel are just a group of mafioso, if you want to talk about that, just savages. Honestly, they bring fear. They don't go after you; they go after your loved ones. So this kind of subject matter is definitely it's not a sensitive topic to talk about. A lot of people talk about this, but I mean, you just don't want to mess with these guys. You don't want to mess with this group. And we have people out there trying to stop the cartel and trying to stop all the drug trafficking, but it's a lot harder than expected. So I'm going to read the plot synopsis, because the plot synopsis can actually explain this more than I can. When it comes, I tend to try to explain a plot, and I don't think you guys would really kind of understand because the way I talk and stuff, because I'm gangsta. Anyway, during a kidnapping raid in Chandler, Arizona, idealistic FBI Special Weapons and Tactic Team agent Kate Macer, who is played by Emily Blunt, her partner Reggie Wayne, Daniel Kaluuya, and she was actually, I actually enjoyed his performance in here. They had great chemistry. And the rest of her team discovered dozens of corpses within the walls of the house, along with explosives in the backyard shed, which detonates and kills 2 officers and wounds Kate. Her boss, Dave Jennings, Victor Garber, recommend her to Matt Graver, who's played by Josh Brolin, a Department of Defense advisor leading a team of elite agents who are searching for the men responsible, one of them being cartel boss Manuel Diaz. So they're going after this guy named Manuel Diaz. And Kate agrees to volunteer, eager to finally make a difference. And along the way, we meet Alejandro, who is played by Benicio del Toro, and that's Matt's partner, Matt being Josh Brolin's character. I gotta say, Josh Brolin and Benicio del Toro, they didn't do that much conversation wise or dialogue wise. It was really, torture, stare, be a badass. But I do like these two together. I like these two in the same film. I think they work great together. And I think actually Benicio del Toro, he's good. I like Benicio del Toro. He's a great actor. He doesn't do too much. Like, you never see him really smile or anything like that, or immerse himself in like a character. But I like him. The only character I thought he was so energetic and like charismatic was, I believe, what's his name? The Collector from Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, Benicio del Toro with Emily Blunt. I thought Emily Blunt, honestly, was going to do a lot more in this film, but she doesn't really do too much in here. I thought it was that's why I thought it was going to be a revenge plot. But she really tags along with this, with Josh Brolin and his elite task force, and they show her the ropes, and there's a lot of things that she doesn't agree upon. There's a lot of things that's under the book. So you have that conflict there. And then there's a lot of distrust, especially with Alejandro Benicio del Toro, who is a badass. This guy is killing 4 people at a time, 3 people at a time. And there's not too much action in here. It's really low key. But the subject matter itself, like I said, when it deals with the cartel, there's tense moments, there's suspenseful moments. So you really get invested in that. So the fault of this film is maybe, I want to say the act. The acting is really, really great in here. I think the fault is, the one thing I really had a problem with Emily Blunt's character, actually, was Kate. Kate just seemed too, not damsel in distress, but there's a certain point where like, they could have done her character a little bit more justice than what they're doing right now. And like I said, Emily Blunt is kind of wasted in this film. She tags along. She is like us as the audience. We figure out what she figures out, and there's a lot of secrets to be had in here. And I gotta say, Josh Brolin, as much as I liked him in this film, and as much as I like him and Del Toro, I feel like the cast is still kind of underused in this type film. But that's not to say that I didn't enjoy this film. I really, really enjoyed this film, and I think it's slow. I think a lot of people would be kind of turned off a little bit, especially if you're not going into this thinking that's going to go one way, but it goes the complete opposite. There's little action. When there's action, it's good. It's not fantastic, but it's good. Some of the shot, like I said, sometimes when Benicio del Toro is killing people, it's fantastic because he's like such a badass. And I gotta say, the third act was probably the best. I think towards the end, the ending itself was money in the bank, son. I really, really liked the ending. I knew it was predictable. I felt like this film was a little bit predictable, but it still was worth it. I still felt that tense kind of, gut in your feeling like, I know what's going to happen, but this is what's going to happen. So overall, this film is a solid flick. It's a good watch. I would say that it's a good watch. I do recommend it, but I know a lot of people who thought they were going to get a lot of action, kind of turn away from this. But if you kind of embrace it and what it is and what's going on and them trying to capture this drug cartel, Diaz, and even escorting one cartel before and all the torture scenes, I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it. It's a good flick. It's a good watch. I do recommend it. So that's really it, guys. I mean, it's not going to be the most memorable film, but it's a type of film that you definitely... Sure, if you're bored, if you want to check something out, so check it out. It's definitely, I do recommend it. So, thank you guys for listening. I am Dan aka Daniel's son. You can always find a lot more videos on my channel. Please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Also, like the video, if you like it, and comment below. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts if you've seen this film already, because don't spoil it, though. No spoilers. Like I always say, guys, grab a tick, grab a seat. Make sure you got some good popcorn to eat. I'll see you at the cinema. Bye, guys.